Hello my wonderful friends, you're welcome to my channel. If today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, you're highly welcome. And if you've been watching me and you have not made up your mind to subscribe, please don't fail to hit the red button that says subscribe and also the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you have subscribed to this channel before, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for having time to watch my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. You already know the topic of today is about forced marriage. Yeah, we want to talk about it today, so don't go away. And also if you have a comment, definitely, I know you may have one or two comments, please, you get to the comment section, drop your comment there, and I will definitely come and reply you. Thank you so much. Please don't comment with insult, okay? It's very, very important. We all are bound to make a mistake, okay? Don't take it personal. Don't see it as if, my God, we are here to learn. Nobody's above learning, okay? So learning is something that all of us need to do every day. So guys, today we want to talk about forced marriage. And someone will be asking, what do you mean? What is forced marriage? First of all, let me explain. Forced marriage is a marriage that you enter without your consent, without, your authorization. Let me use that word. I talk much about marriages in my channel. Oh yes, because I'm a married woman, and there is a lot of things happening in our marriages these days that many people, they like to cover. Like, you cover it, the thing will be having you in your head, in your mind, in your throat. You don't have anybody to speak to. You don't have anybody to discuss to, even though you do. There are some people, when you tell them what is happening in your marriage, they will spread it all over the city. All who don't supposed to know will know. So that's why sometimes we bring such topic here. If you do, even though you don't need to use yourself, you can use a friend to do your comment, to say this is what is happening in your marriage. Nobody is above everything, We learn every day. We make mistakes every day. So my God, people. So forced marriage, like I said before, is a marriage you enter without your consent and without your own authorization or without your choice. There are marriages today, people married because it's not what they want for themselves. It's not the will, that's their own wish that I will marry such a person, or I will marry in such a family. You just one thing led to another. You just, agree. And someone will be asking me, what can lead to forced marriage? One, what can cause a forced marriage is our dear parents. Yes, our dear parents, sometimes they play some roles that they don't suppose. They come into someone's privacy when they are not. When a lady is grown up, you are matured enough, you are into relationship. Maybe, if their relationship is something that one day you may be proposed, then the guy or whosoever would like to see your parents. And before you brought such a person to your parents, you might have already loved him. You everything about him, know what he does in living or what he do. His family. If it's a family that is you can enter, because many of us today, our family is catastrophe. Let me use that word. Our families is something. Maybe your father is a chief priest who served juju, and the same person you are dying for, you want to marry, the family also, they worship juju. Such marriage cannot work. And this is where most of us, we made mistakes. We say, we'll use prayer. This one, there is nothing like prayer in it. It takes strong man of God or men of God that will go for a deliverance and to rescue such marriage. No matter how rich the person is, no matter what. And another thing is, don't marry for pity. There are many of us today, we marry because of pity, because of, my God, this person did this to me, this person did that to me, it was there for me when no one was there. Then you just marry. Such marriage, when time goes on, you will regret it. Yes, there are many people, such marriage favor them. They suffer together, and at last you see, life just brought them together. They started life and everything. But there are some people, it doesn't work that way. Some people, they could not, maybe one thing led to the another. The family is poor, and maybe you are the girl, your family is rich, able to do. So you see that person through education, see that person through anything, business, establish him or her. At the end of the day, you just fall in love. Maybe the other person is not in love with you, despite what you did for him or her. It's like that. And again, I made mention today that our parents, they play a bad role in marriages sometimes. Yes, there are some parents, due to they failed in life, due to there is nothing to write home about them, so they took their revenge all the time on their children. They always set their female children as a goal. What I could not achieve, I am going to achieve it from you. That rich man, that educated man, that wealthy man that couldn't marry during my time, you are the one that are going to marry the man. And what I could not have, that money, houses and everything, they will now get it from you. So this is where our parents, sometimes they failed coming into our privacy. Because it's meant to, when a woman is well-ripe, you are in a relationship, you will bring the man home. When the man said, okay, let's take this relationship to another level. Many of you have come across such a thing. Or let's tie the knot. Then you bring him or her to your parents for them to see. Then from there, everything continue going. But sometimes, due to the way life treated our parents, they could not be able, especially our mothers. They are so much involved in our relationship. When a man came with a jeep, maybe a nice car, oh my goodness, our parents, our mothers, they change color. They're in a different mood. What will be falling out from their mouth, my in-law, my in-law, my in-law. The man have never made his intention to their daughter. The man have never said what he came for. You will see them, my in-law, my in-law, my in-law. This is very, very bad. And they will be the one that be putting pressure on that woman, that girl, putting pressure, marry, 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 marry. They don't know the one ahead will be greater than that one. And maybe the girl doesn't love the man like that way, doesn't love him so much like that. Then they'll be pushing. And when she finally gets into such a marriage, there's no happiness. Nothing you will say. No matter what, she will never be happy in that marriage. She will never be happy because you forced her to enter the marriage. Nothing like a marriage that both of you love yourselves. Both of you agreed. You know how rich and how poor the guy is, what he can do and what he cannot do. Okay? Then, when you bring to him your parents, there are some educated parents, good parents, they will ask you, do you love this person? How long have you been going out with him? They will ask the guy, do you love our daughter? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? Then both parents need to agree. My daughter, you are welcome. My son, you are welcome. Before he knows it, they will marry and give their blessings. They will go. But some marriages that are today is catastrophe. It's like cat and rat. Yeah, so much mistake is in it. So much mistake. And there is some, our women, we find for ourselves, but it's not the right person. Like I said before, maybe because of one thing or the other, just happened. The person was there for you. The person did this or did that for you. So that is the reason why when you look at it, after all this suffering, let me just agree. You just agree. So one time or the other, when something started happening in that marriage, you start feeling like, why did I even come here in the first place? Both of the man will say, you are the worst I have ever met. I never knew that such character is in you. It's like that. And I want to also, later I'm going to advise some men about some of you that always said, why this is not the character I saw in you before. I will say that before the end of this video. So, what can cause forced marriage? Mothers, parents, like our mothers. Parents are the people that always cause problem in a forced marriage. There are some girls, they are not ripe enough. They don't even know what marriage is all about. Their parents will be pushing them. Their parents will be pushing them, go and marry, go and marry. Look at the house we are living. We don't have a new house. Look at where we are living. We need somebody that can come and change our life. Before you knows it, anybody, some of them maybe family or one or two things will tell them that somebody like this is looking for a wife. Before you knows it, they will start pushing the person. Or them themselves, they will say, one of my friend, the son is so is in Aba, he's doing business, or is in Owerri, he's doing this thing, he's selling building material. Before you knows it, they will send you there for an errand. I remember, they will send you for an errand there to that family before you knew what is happening. Maybe the guy came back holiday to visit his parents. Then is your mother and her mother, they will just connive to make sure you come at that particular time the guy is there, so that he will see you. Before he knows it, they will start talking about marriage. The guy may see you that time attractive, loving, and you decided to say, okay, because of the pressure the parents are pushing him and also your own, and you don't have anybody to stand for you to talk. Nobody. Maybe you are the first daughter in your family, or you are the first son. Those people that always listen to parents when they started crying, shouting every day, morning, night, and my God, anything you do, you are not welcomed anymore. They will tell you, see, Agatha daughter just got married the other day. See, Bridget daughter just got married that day. So pressure from one angle to another. Before you knows it, you will just agree. Such marriage, it doesn't last. Let me just tell you. And religious leaders also, they always cause forced marriages. Yes, because maybe you are worshiping in this church, you are going to Pentecostal, I am in a Redeem, or I'm going to Deeper Life. A Deeper Life person would like a deeper Life man to come and marry the daughter in a Deeper Life church. So, because the way they live, the way they dress, the way their own scripture, their Bible tells them is different from the way you do. So it's very, very hard for a Deeper Life a church member or a daughter to go and marry in another church. If you're a Deeper Life girl, you are going to a church called Deeper Life, you need to, that guy that you want to marry, either you bring him, that you have to convert him to a Deeper Life church where you are going, or the guy is in Deeper Life, he needs to convert you. So that is the way it is. But so difficult when they both said, no, we need to go and marry. I want to marry from Assemblies of God Church, and a Deeper Life is very, very rare. It's very, very difficult. So these are the people that always cause forced marriages. Religious leaders and the parents, they play too much role there. They will tell you, my God, you are my daughter. I gave birth to you 9 months. What I said is what you do. Sometimes we watch some movies here, Nigerian movie, you see the way, my God, the parents are tormenting their children. Nothing you do at home that will please them. No, you have to do what they want you to do. And such marriage had been crashing. Such marriage, people are living in pain in the name of marriage. Pains everywhere. So many marriages today is not in order. It's not in order. And there are some men, they don't the way they thought that this is the way I used to live and that is the way I want. You can't change them no matter what you do. They want to be the way they are. They felt, my God, it was in my generation, they born us with one leg. And since I don't have one leg, so it has to be like that. You can't correct them. Even though they are, no matter the place they are, they can never change. That old school life, that in the thought that, my God, I know it better, that is the way it has to be, that is the way they believe. It's very, very difficult. And maybe the second, the partner doesn't like the way you behave, it's going to be a very, very, very big problem in a marriage. So it will be very better when two people, you know, the kind of, like all of you, those of you now that are not married, we are still searching. Don't make mistake others have already made. If you want to marry, look at that man from head to toe. Look at him from left to right, front, back. Weigh him in total before you now said yes. Yeah, before you said yes. Because the kind of preaching people are hearing, or we are hearing these days, is different from the one we heard before. If you will agree with me. There are some men of God today, when they stand and treat marriages, you will hold your head. You will start correcting yourself. Those of you that are not married yet, you start saying, okay, I need to stand my ground. I want to do this. Before you marry, look very well. Hochaya. There are a lot of things you need in a marriage. If the man has the kind of power you want, you know what I mean? Look under. If he has the giant of Africa that you want, that can satisfy you anytime, then you look his capacity, you know, what comes at the end of the month, what he's doing. I mean, Kudi, if he has it enough to take care of you. Then, character-wise is another thing. Character-wise, there are some men who their character is unglaublich. There are some women, the same thing, you know. I'm coming for that, okay? And again, make sure the person you want to marry is somebody that have the fear of God. Somebody that love God. There are some people, when they are in pain, when they are in need, that is when they look for God. That is when you see them, they pray without ceasing. As the Bible said, it pray without ceasing. You see them crying to God like there is no tomorrow. And immediately that problem is done, they will disappear. If you remember, tell them, come to church. It's like, my God, you are talking to yourself. Excuses will be coming where and there. So such people, those of you who are not married, these are the things you need to put into consideration before going to a marriage. Yes, normally a man draws his family to church, not women. But these days, the reverse is the case. Women pack children to church while men sit at home. So, before you go into a marriage, consider all these things. If that man is able, is he the kind of a person, even though you are backsliding, let him be the one to wake you up. Let him be the one to say, There are some men today, their wife will be fasting, their wife will be doing everything concerning God. For them, it's scheiße egal. They don't even care. But when problem hammer them tomorrow, they will be the one to looking for the men of God that will prophesy where their problem is coming from. What happened to them, where it came from. There are men like that. So if you're a young lady, if you're watching me, if you're not married, if you're still searching, if you're in a relationship, please, these are the things you need to look into, that your relationship. These are the things you need to put into consideration before you not say, yes, I do. Before you not tie the knot. Because when you look everywhere now, women are flirting like there is no tomorrow. Women are flirting so much because they felt the man they are living with, he don't have enough energy to bounce on them. He don't have enough cassava to hammer them. So these are those things, all these things now, you need to look, open the trouser chook your eyes inside. Look how strong, how long it is before you can now say yes. Make sure you test, because nobody goes to the market. You say you want to buy something, you cannot test what you bought. Always test it, because there are some religious churches these days, they will tell you, men and women, you don't need to see yourself before you go into marriage. And such marriage today, they are having problem. You see the woman flirting up and down. Maybe the man has something like this, so tiny, so small, so short, and you yourself, you're somebody that like, you need a hammer head of horror. You need hammer. So by the time you came in and to open that goods you purchase, then everything is layer. It's empty. There is nothing. There will be no peace. There's no peace will not be. So before you go into marriage, before you tie the knot, before you say, yes, I do, always check that man from head to toe. Check how many minutes he is going to last on you. Check how big he is. For those of you that like it big, check it properly. Then know how much he earns at the end of the month. The kind of business that he's doing, that you know that he can carry you, you can stand. Don't say tomorrow, had I known. Because anybody, you will say, this new generation we are now, that you did not look well, you did not search, that shine your eye well before you go into marriage. You are crazy. The mistake is from you. Okay? Look properly. Look very, very well before you say yes to a man. So that by the time you enter, everything will be okay. Even though the man is not that rich, that wealthy like Dangote, but let him be okay. Not a man that will bring 100 naira tomorrow to tell you. He will tell you that inside that 100 naira, you will be the one to make the list. Tell you 5 naira will buy is what they are selling a packet of Maggi. Tell you crayfish 5 naira. Tell you how much meat you will buy. At the end, everything 95 naira will be the thing you are going to buy meat from. Even the 5 naira that remain to complete it, 100 is your transport. There are men like that. They prognose. They would like to tell you, even they know what is in the market better than you. So make sure that that man is not a stingy man when it comes to money aspect. Make sure it's the man that stand. When they call a man, he's able. He stand gidigba. He has it all. Even if it's not plenty, but he has it all to take care of his family and extended family. Your own parents and his own. So these are the things you need to put into consideration before getting married. Okay? And again, I want to talk to men. Many men today, they will say, my God, this is not the kind of woman I marry. You don't have a character. You are not this. Let me tell you one thing, yeah? The woman you got married to is her parent, her mother and her father. They train her to their own self. Okay? They train her to their own self. You were not there. Your name was not written anywhere that she is going to marry you. It's just coincidence. Something just happened. Love or whatever that made you guys came together. Okay? They train their daughter to their own self, to obey them, to run an errand for them, to be someone will see tomorrow. He said yes. If you married a woman, train that woman to your own taste. Yes. Train her to be the woman that you can be proud of tomorrow. Train her to be a woman the way you want her to be. You need to give her that training. Don't say, yeah, your parents did not train you well. Your name was not written in anywhere, in any paper. Even no vision, no prophecy said it that you are going to be her husband. It's just something just happened. Maybe, yeah, it just be you. So those things you felt is not in place. Those things you think, my God, she don't have it. Make sure you put her in order. Train her to your own good. Train her to your own use. That tomorrow you will say yes. Okay? We all are mothers tomorrow. We're training our children. You teach them how to read. You teach them how to wash plate. You teach them how to cook. They try their best. But if you're that kind of extravagant man, the man that need more than any other person, you want the woman to be like, train her. You need to. As long as she has come to you, she left her parents. Like the Bible said, a man will leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife. And both of them will become one. You know, one flesh. You now need to train her. You now need to direct her. You now need to put her in a position that you yourself, you will like. This is the way I want you to be. Okay? If you want her to be the one that makes up, the one that like the way I look like, she paints her face, paints her nails, wear extra weave-ons and all the rest, it's in your hands to do that. When she was with her parents, there are some certain things she could not do. Yes. There are some parents, you don't even chew chewing gum when talking to them. When my father was alive, if you want to get anything from my father, you dare not chew chewing gum or rub lipstick. So these are the things my father forbid. He doesn't like it. Although we do it, but when it's time to school fees, we want to, ask your father something like, we humble ourselves like a Holy Mary. Go to our daddy and talk to him. That is where, whatever you are talking to my dad, it will enter his ear. He will do it for you. But when you put on trousers, you put on dress like this, you see you like one of the Mami Water's daughter. Whatever you are saying will not even enter to my daddy's ear. So, if you're a husband, you like your wife to put on nails, you like her to dress like so gorgeous like those women when you see them outside, you are not the one to put her through. You are the one that need to train her to be like that sexy queen that you want her to be. If you want her to be wearing maxi, it's in your own hands. Okay? So, these are the things that many of us, we need to consider in a marriage. So know that when someone you just marry, she comes into your house, complaint is everywhere. You are not doing this, you are not doing that, you are not doing this. No. It's no, total no. Train your wife. Train her. If she don't know how to speak good grammar, you will be the one to tell her, because he said, who is closer to someone, you perceive the mouth odor of the person. Okay? She is the one closer to you, and you are the one that closer to her. Whatever that she's doing that is not proper, put her through. Tell her, my love, whatever name you used to call her, this thing, can we do it this way? Don't always neglect a woman's opinion. And these are also some things that cause problem in a marriage. You always think, oh my God, your own opinion is the best. You are the best. You are the head of the family. Your word is yes and amen. Your word is total. Nobody can alter any word, no adjustment. It remains that way. It doesn't work that way, okay? If in a marriage, it doesn't work totally, no. Let the woman have a say of her own. She needs to contribute, okay? Her opinion matters. If you want to have a good marriage, always listen to your wife. Know when she's saying something, even though she's saying stupid words, try to follow her up. Try to say, my love, yes, what you're saying is right, even though she's making a mistake. A time shall come, or little while, when you get close to her, play romantic love with your wife. You tell her, my honey, my darling, this thing you said this like this, why can't it be this way? My goodness, we women, we are so soft that a man can eat us like, we are so soft. You will see that woman, will tell you, oh honey, it's true, this one, okay, let's do it your own way. It settles. But when you are making an argument with a woman, you said a word and she said, no, let it be this way. You say, my God, why should your own be? You're a woman, I married you, I paid the almighty bride price on your head. My God, that means she has nothing to say. She's just a slave in your house. It doesn't work that way. Thank your God you don't marry a stubborn woman. The battle just began. You just hit the rod of battle. Because she will be feeling that you hate her, you don't love her, her ways is nothing before you. Maybe you prefer others. Yes, these are the things that causes problem in a marriage. You see a woman, anybody that pays attention to her, then she will just go there. She will just follow the person. Whether for anything, she will even like to discuss her mind to that person than you. He sees you like somebody who hates her. He sees you like somebody who doesn't know whether she's existing. These are the problems we're having in our marriages today. Because when you're a man, you think that, my God, you said it all is like that. No, it's not. These are the things. Forced marriage always make everybody look equal. And those our mothers who always, you want your daughter to marry, even though when she's not yet ripe enough. There is something that says someone is ripe enough, you have the idea of marriage, and when the right person comes, let your daughter bring someone that she wants to marry to you. Don't go and bring your friend's son to come and marry your daughter, who she doesn't love. And as he said, it is final. You can threaten her with anything on earth. You can say a lot of things. If not this person, I would kill myself. I will do that. There are some of us, we are so soft, like the word of a mother is like a Lord. And you have no choice anymore. You need to say yes. You need to follow. You need to say, okay, to make your mother happy. You don't want her to die, heart attack. You don't want anything evil to happen to her. You need to go. Such marriage, it doesn't last. Let me just tell you. It doesn't last at all. So parents, leave your children to make their own choice. And also, don't religious leader, I will go and tell my pastor, I will go and tell this. My goodness, it doesn't work that way. It's not your pastor will come and do that job that she's supposed to do. Okay? When you force her to marry that man, to open her leg, she will not. It's very difficult for her to open her legs because she'll be feeling ashamed. She'll be seeing that man as a strange person to her. Oh yes. It's very, very difficult. Tomorrow the man will be complaining, since I marry her, she don't want me to touch her. Whenever I come, she will be closing, she will wear tight, she will wear this thing, jeans trouser, she will wear pants joiner. Of course, because you are not the person that meant for it. Oh yes. It's forced marriage. Nothing like cast and bind. It will take time. It is somebody that have strong heart. It will take time, I'm telling you the truth, before her heart will not come to you. It depends of how much you have to make her happy that can make such a person to stay with you. But if you are somebody who begging, looking for, you bring 5 naira today, you write list to give her to go to the market, you know everything, how much food items cost in the market. My God, you just enter one chance. One chance, that is what you enter. Okay? And again, in forced marriage, such a marriage that someone enter without her consent, without her own authorization, say, yes, so I brought this person to you. I am capable. I know him. I want him. Without him, there will be no one else. Fine. That is the kind of marriage you welcome whatever that comes in. You welcome whatever they are going to bring to you. You eat it and you will be also happy. And such forced marriage, violence. Yes, so you see many marriages today, beating. The man will panic beat the woman. There will be no tomorrow. You yourself will be the one to be crying. Oh, my daughter, bet that you are the one that caused it. You will panic beat the lady like there is no tomorrow. And again, sexual harassment is also forced. It's also among. When the woman don't want to open her leg, the man need to force her to do so. And when she said no, then before he knows it, you will see different kind of color on her face. Blue, black, everywhere. Because she don't love you, because she don't feel anything for you. They package you and give you. That is what forced marriage costs. Sexual abusement, everything. There is nothing we will not see in such a marriage. Betrayal. You will be on top of her. She'll be admiring someone else. Yes, so it's happening. Many marriages today that is forced, that they just, it's not, It's not their consent. They did not choose the person. Say, okay, this is my own. Man will be on top of the woman. She'll be thinking on another person. No matter what you do, you see, she will be saying, do it and come down, and that's all. After, she will just wash herself and continue. She don't feel anything for you, no matter how long you last, no matter how long you stay. Because you are not meant for that body. There are body that when you see the woman that God gave to you, that your own, He welcomes you. He welcomes you. And there are some forced marriages that always, at the end, it will be the perfect. Based the way you treated the person. Based the way you handle that woman. If you give her love, like we started changing her mind. Started, those thoughts was in her mind, you started changing it. I never knew that this man is like this. So he lost me so much like this. Before he knows it, everything start falling in, two places. She'll be okay. You'll be fine. So my people, if you're a woman, do not allow somebody to find a husband for you. No. Look for your own husband by yourself. Look for your own husband by yourself. If you're a man, don't go and say this person, like many people today, hook up here, hook up there. I didn't say that hook up is not good. Who are they hooking you up? Somebody you don't know. Maybe some of them, they marry before they divorce or their wife died. You don't even know what happened. What led to the death? What led to the divorce? So many of you, when I hear about hook up, the kind of man you are looking for, and where did you come from? What do you do in living? What? You just want Buhari's son. You want to marry a rich man. Why you come from one wretched family? What do you have to offer that you need such a man? Nothing like somebody you suffer with. It's not that every marriage you must suffer. There are some people, you start with someone, it's like someone you grow up with. Your mate, your soulmate. Everyone love each other. Things fall into places. It's not a man that always poke nose from one pocket to another, how much you have, how much you what and what. There are many men that don't have that kind of a time. Even they want their woman to look wow. Whenever they see you, you are radiating on their face. Like you'll be the topic of the day. They will use you as an example all the time to their friends. There are many women like that. Many men love such women. If you want to go into marriage, young girls of these days, watch carefully. Those things that will make you to run away from your home, or your husband will go to work, you now go and bring Jeremiah on top of your bed. Check very well. Check very well. Check cassava. Check everywhere. If he has six-pack, if you are the type that loves six-pack, check him very, very well. Okay? If you are the one that love my stomach first before me, okay? It depends on what you want. There are many men, they are not like that. But along the way, they just, they just slipped. Remove leg where they don't suppose. You see men these days, first of all, you see their belly before you see human being. And that kind of a thing is making some marriages today. When you look at somebody that want to follow you, might say, my dear, I beg, I no fit. So, if you're a man, make sure you take good care of yourself. Look well. Dress fine. Women love men that dresses fine. Look well. Train. If the stomach is growing, amend it. There is a way to amend. Amend the stomach, yeah? Even women, most of you is obesity, you eat, there is no tomorrow. There are men that doesn't like that over fat women. Belly, fat, flesh everywhere. Couple yourself. Look sexy. Look sexy for your husband. Whenever he come close, only hugging you, he will feel like, wow, this is my own. Not sometimes the man will do hand like this. My God, over large. He's poor. Even if he see you, his manhood will just enter inside. He don't want to do. Maintain yourself, whether you have given birth to 2, 3, 400, it doesn't mean. Earlier the better. Train yourself. Packaging, the way girls are packaging themselves this day. When you package and come out like this, so someone will be melting. Some people will be falling. Okay? These are the things that make marriage lively. It grows. Okay? When you felt, my God, the marriage is collapsing. So my people, this is all I have for you today. Forced marriage, please, is not good. If you're a mother, or you know, my God, putting eyes on another family, how their children have gotten married, how their husband, their in-law, and everything. No, don't wear shoe that is bigger than your size. Okay? Allow your daughter, take good care of her, train your children. God's time is the best. When their own time comes, they will get married. And you will still start enjoying the same thing that woman that your friend is enjoying. Don't force them. My friend, the son traveled to Jamaica. He just came. You push your daughter there. You sent her an errand to go. Maybe at the process, the useless he-goat will just devour her before he knows it. Belle don't show. There are marriages like that. I have some sisters like that. They were pushed just like that, and before he knows it, the man will just sleep with them. That is the way the marriage started. Our mothers, they are so corny. They are so corny. So mothers of these days, don't force your daughter to marry. Allow her, train her to be someone you can be proud of tomorrow. When she grew up, when she's ripe, let your daughter bring someone to you. Let her be the one to say, Mommy, I've been seeing this man for a long time, and I have looked left and right, front and back. He's ripe enough. He's something I want as a husband. Then, I make sure the both family are family that knows God. There are some families, you are a church, you go to church, you know God, and them themselves, they serve juju. That one is very difficult too. Don't say, my God, you will change. Lie. If a man like that, in their family is a generation, something they inherit, maybe after the grandfather, not the father, after the father, not the first son, after the first son, they don't go to church. If he manage to go to church and marry you and come back, now so you go find Bible, you go put them under bed. If they call on tomorrow, you know they come. Lie. Make sure the both families you are going, they're well balanced, they know Christ. They go to church, they believe. Because every Christian now, my God, oh, Christian, but we do some certain things sometimes. You hold your head and shout, what? So these are the things you need to put into consideration before going to marriage. Okay? Don't force your daughter to marry. Don't force your son to marry. Sexual abusement is there. That's what happened in forced marriage. Betrayal. Because you are not the one the man love. Or you are not the one the woman have in mind to marry. So nothing, not even your presence. Immediately you pull key and open door, her countenance will just change. She will change. So there are some men, you cannot condole it, beating, they will beat the woman to the extent that there will be no tomorrow for her. So all these things, put it into consideration before going to a marriage. Okay? Don't just, a young woman, you have not given birth, you want to, don't say because this one has done, let me do my own. It doesn't work that way. Make your own choice. Go for this test. This is a fertility test. Because again, many marriages today, oh my God, a lot of things are happening. There are some mother-in-laws, they don't have patience. They want you, maybe even you should be pregnant before the wedding or before whatever. Some, a year later, if they did not see any cry of a baby, fire by fire. So if you're a man, before you go into a marriage with a woman, make sure you go for fertility test. base of what is happening now is very, very important. So important, like the same way you take your life. Don't go and marry just because you see her, she was radiating, she was glittering, she packaged, put all this plaster we are putting on our face, you look so beautiful, and you went and marry her and come. You did not check the other side. Make sure you check that everything is okay, everything is proper. Not that you will be planting and farming and digging at the end. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, nothing to show forth. Before he knows it, it's my mother that forced me to marry this woman. It's my father that pushed me to marry. I told them I never wanted to marry her. I told them he's not the one. When I wanted to marry Ngozi that I dated for how many years? Ngozi that was like, now you marry a big girl, they force you into no child, nothing. So put all these things into consideration before you go into marriage, okay? It's very, very important so that your marriage will last, so that you will enjoy all those blessings that God promises all of us in a marriage, okay? He said the children will surround their table. Don't you like that? When you open the door, everywhere is daddy, 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 mommy, mommy, mommy. This is all we want, okay? So always be careful. And parents, don't push your children into marriage. Do not force them to marry. Don't put earthly things first before your children. If you are poor, they are not the cause of your poverty. They are not the one that say you should not tread with caution. They are not the one that tell you not to marry president's daughter or president himself. So bringing them to the world does not mean that they are going to pay the cross or they're going to pay the fine. The credit you owe is not your children will be the one to pay it for you. Okay? So, my wonderful people, I believe I have said it all. If you see anything that I miss, please go to the comment section below. Drop your comment there. Said, he did not talk about this. He did not say this. And remember, we don't know it all, okay? So I bring to you all the time what I know that is missing in our marriage, what we need to know. I don't know it all. Please don't say, this one that's talking like this is like her marriage. My marriage is not A, B, Z, okay? There is some issues, not the one that, my God. So we learn every day. So I create my content by myself. I don't go looking for people to tell me what to say. I look into what is going on and then I brought it to you so that we will talk about it. And also, if you have not subscribed, please just hit the red button, say the subscribe, and also the bell that will come out so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video, or whenever I'm on live video, you will also be the one to be, the video will come to you. And also, don't forget to like this video. Many of you watch my videos, you don't even like it. Why? This like, it doesn't cost. It's just free. Subscription is also free. Support me and God will also support you. And for those of you that have subscribed already, I wouldn't have been here without you. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you for believing in me, for trusting me, sharing my videos and watching. May Almighty God bless you. For those of you that also will subscribe, thank you. I'm sorry. I love you all and I wish you the best in your marriages. I wish you happiness. If you have not given birth, my goodness, may the God Almighty, who remember Sarah, who remember Hannah, may that same God remember you, okay? Don't feel like the world has forgotten you or your own is over. When you didn't even plan for it, it will come. This 2020, no matter the coronavirus, you will carry your baby in Jesus' name. Thank you so much and I love you. See you in my next video. I remain your Mary Blue. Please click the red button. Subscribe. Love you.